Hello and welcome to the instructional video for the Cal Poly Wild poster presentations component. So I will be reviewing the Cal Poly poster expectations for both the instructors and the students. So first things is that we created a module at the bottom of the instructor page, and that is basically just to streamline where to find all of the content, both for the students and the instructors, rather than incorporating the instructions in module 10 just to have them present and submit it the final week of the semester. It gets really confusing. So just to streamline everything, we have a module independently for everything. So first we have the Cal Poly Wild poster presentation instructions. So here, the final component of the Cal Poly Wild project includes communicating our findings via scientific posters. Below the documents provide instructions for the poster presentation and a PowerPoint template. So this assignment here gives them the instructions on the final poster presentation. So congrats on completing an entire research project about the Voorhees Preserve. We want to share your findings to the scientific community. A big part of cures is disseminating the knowledge. So students presenting in class in front of peers, and actually communicating their findings is a really important component of cures. So that's what we're really trying to target here. So here students will have the option to either work individually and present a poster on their own, or they can collaborate with another student that has a topic related to their own. If you choose to work together, both research questions must be discussed and interpreted. So basically, if we have students, two students that want to work together, they just have to find a connection either between their species, between the research question that they're finding, maybe the significant impacts are both of their animals are being affected similarly. So if students are working together, we want them to make those connections with their partner. It's not just them doing two presentations of facts. We do want them to tie their research question and findings together. If students want to work individually, that's totally fine, and they would be responsible for their own poster. Again, because our students collaborate naturally during these activities, we agreed that that was enough to fulfill the collaboration requirement. This is just to give students an additional opportunity to collaborate with another student, and again, practice their science communication amongst each other. You can almost even think of it like two subfields or something. One student has one question and another student has another one. And how would those scientists communicate in real life? So we're trying to mimic that. But again, if students want to do it individually, no problem at all. So you have been provided a template of a scientific research poster for Cal Poly Wild. This template provides all the information you need, including logos, to make your own research poster. Each section is an assignment you have already completed this semester. So follow the directions and modify your previous answers to fit the poster. You may adjust font and image sizes. However, it's not recommended to go smaller than 14 points. That's just technicalities on the scientific poster. So when your poster is complete, export it as a PDF and submit it to Canvas by midnight before you meet for presentations. So how we're going to do this is essentially a gallery revolving door of PDFs. So students will create their poster via PowerPoint. They will then need to save it as a PDF and submit it to Canvas the night before class, midnight before the lab meets. And that is so each instructor can then download all the PDFs and have them ready to go. So students can have all of their presentations ready to go one after the other. And so the last thing is that when students submit their PDF on Canvas, they can submit a comment saying that they'd like their poster to be considered to be printed to be hung outside of the the lab, where those billboards are at, another form that we're trying to disseminate the knowledge and highlight students' work. So make sure you tell your students that if they want to be considered for that, they need to have a Canvas submission comment. And then, so this is the rubric used for grading poster presentations. The content, presentation, and appearance is what takes up the bulk of the points. And then here it goes more into detail of what you could use. So this would be for the 15 points that the poster is allotted out of the 50. And so what to expect on the day of presentations: your instructor will project your PDF poster, and individuals or groups will take turns giving a summary of their research question, results, and significance. After everyone has completed their presentations, complete the post survey in class, show your instructor the end of survey message to receive credit, and we will be giving 5 points extra credit for completing the post survey. However, we don't want to like advertise that it's extra credit. We want to pretty much like say that in order to have completed the poster presentation component, they need to do the post survey in class. This is so we can collect the data if Cal Poly Wild was effective or not. So this is really, really, really important for us. And lastly, if students do present in groups of 2, you would give them the you would use a rubric for the group, and then give the students the same grade. And so audience expectations, this is just to basically be telling students to be there in person and on time, and questions are welcome. Look around campus this week and think about potential animals that interest you, because a group may have researched it. And so this is the grading breakdown of points, and no late assignments will be accepted on the day of presentations. So hopefully students can walk out the day of knowing their grade for Cal Poly Wild. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to email me. Oh, I need to go over the PowerPoint, of course. So the PowerPoint template, this is the PowerPoint that we provide them to use to create their poster. So this is the Twitter poster, kind of like the new scientific poster presentation. So it's a little radical, but essentially we have the Cal Poly Pomona logo here, Dr. Ortiz's lab, because this project is coming from her lab, and then Cal Poly Wild logo. So student 1 and student 2, and then the course number. On the background, we want them to provide the background on the voice preserve relevant to their animal. And for this, they'll be referring to the background activity that they completed in week 3. So they should already have the answers to this, or they should already have like a foundation of knowledge that they can refer to from that background activity on week 3 for this background. And then define and explain camera traps. How do the camera traps, the background that they feel is applicable for camera traps for their animal. Research question, write your research question here, write your research question here if they're doing 2. Methods, why are a camera trap a good tool to observe your species? Maybe they have a more elusive species, maybe it's like a bird species or something that's hard to just visually count. So camera trap gives us, a good way to observe these more elusive or evasive species. And so in the middle, they will write their findings in easy to understand language. So the main thing they want to get a point across, if out of everything from the Cal Poly Wild project, they want to get one thing across, what would that be? This is what they would put there. And then here, both students would need to have their results graph with a figure caption, which they should already have from the data analysis assignment. And then here is going to be where the significance comes in. So ecology, provide a hypothesis to explain your results, tie the 2 species or topic results together. Impact of urbanization, write your research question here. Oh, sorry, I think I copied and pasted. This is supposed to be the impact of urbanization, same thing from the week 4, not week 4, what week are we in? 10. Week 10 assignment / significance. So this is where they would tie in their impact of urbanization, and then Cal Poly Pomona contribution. Why is your research question important to the greater knowledge of CPP? So reminder that Cal Poly Wild in the grand scheme of things for my research project, we're trying to increase their environmental literacy. And so we're doing that through their cognitive knowledge, their attitudes, and their behaviors towards the environment. So this is hopefully where we're going to target the attitudes of their environmental literacy. And also we know that cures are successful, like in education, STEM education research. Cures are a successful intervention. The next step is kind of assessing what components of a cure makes it successful. And so I am predicting that project ownership and sense of belonging or relevancy to Cal Poly Pomona could increase this cure chances of succeeding. So just keep that in mind, that is like what we're trying to get, and instructing your students from that perspective. And then finally, here are some photos of camera traps. However, we want to encourage them to use images that they have favorited on Zooniverse. So they should have favorited some animals during the Zooniverse bingo. So hopefully they'll have some photos that they can put in there so they don't have to use these images. And so they will save this. This is already in a 4x3 format. And so they'll file save as a PDF, and then they will go onto Canvas. And on that module, all the way at the bottom, we have the actual assignment here. Same thing, 15 points, and then submitting. Oh, this should be online, so I can go ahead and change that. This is going to be online, and it will be a file upload because we're having them do a PDF. Okay, and so you can start giving students instructions on this after the significance activity is completed, but the actual poster presentations themselves will be done the final week of class. So as always, if you have any questions, please feel free to email me. Thank you.